Good morning. Today my topic is about IoT. So IoT is nothing but Internet of Things. So what is IoT in general? What is IoT? It is a network of physical objects or a thing which we are going to embed it with software using an embedded processor. And why we are going for this embedded processor mainly thing is we can have a communication between the processor and the outside physical world. So now this IoT means it's a network of an object or a thing that is embedded with electronics, software and sensors. Using these tools, we will have communication with the hardware within the physical world by means of a network community. So the network connectivity is the main thing of the IoT. So using the network connectivity, we will have a connection between a physical world and an embedded processor and your software. So physical world is nothing but your day-to-day life. We will have a day-to-day life monitoring by means of hardware chip which is reflected in the hardware, and by means of a software we are going to communicate to the hardware. The tool, that is the prototype which is intermediate between the software and hardware is nothing but your IoT. So IoT refers any types of things that can be useful for better communication, so that we will have an accurate and more efficient data communication between the data devices and your physical world. So the main example of these things are heart monitoring, next biochip transponders, electrical claims, DNA analysis. So we can have many tools of things. So using of these devices, we can make use of collecting the data which is useful, and this useful data can be accessed to the technology oriented. So we are going to send to the technologies wise, and now we are going to improve it. Now we are going to add more innovations. So this IoT tool will be a major and basic tool in the today's world. Where we are now in 2023. In the beginning, the host to host communication will be there. After that, the host is sent to the internet. From the internet, we will be sharing to the other host. After that, the mobile phone has been launched. Using mobile phones, we are going to connect it. But the major one is the host or an internet. But today's world, the internet, the mobile phone plays a major role. After that, only the people are coming. So this is the current scenario where the mobile phone is the first, host is the second one, and the third one is the people. So in general, it is notified that the host to host communication only there in today's world, not people to people interaction. IoT ecosystem. So the term is changed to IoT ecosystem. Till now we had a human ecosystem, but now it is changed to IoT ecosystem. Why? Because the people are now geared with a smart applications by using a smartwatch, by using a heart disease monitoring machine. So always we are monitoring our health frequently with the smart machines. We are going to check our pressure. Everything becomes smart when we are having everything in our hand to locate ourselves. So now we are in a smart wearable location where the machine plays a major role. After that, this smart wearable, we are going to communicate with the smart things. So we are going to communicate with the smart things means, if I want to park my car, so if I want to locate in a particular area, I can check whether the ground or that particular area is free. Yes, so that from that I can analyze whether the area is free or not. By that I can locate my car. So that is called as smart parking. There is smart cities. So smart wearable and the smart things, I am going to interact with the communication processing or a database. So we need a communication prototype in between the human and then your hardware. So that is your communication, that is your software. After that, your cloud. So everything is loaded in the cloud. Whenever the data is needed, we can get the data from the cloud. That is, for example, if I want to know my today's temperature, or else I need to know the tomorrow's rainy condition. So all the database will be loaded in the cloud. I can have daily access whether tomorrow will be a rainy day or else after 2 days, after 1 year of database I can collect it by means of an IoT. So that's why the cloud service may play a major role. So we have access towards the smart things, then intermediate communication to the cloud. From that cloud, I am going to have a data archive. What is the data archive means? The implementation part. So we are going to have an implementation part, that is we are going to see our fan or a light or else any home automation or else a real-time application. We are going for real-time application. We need to know whether the data transmission is possible in the hardware or not. So after, if I am getting my fan is on by means of my IoT device, yes, my fan getting on, I need to retrieve that feedback. Yes, so this will be a dual place. Okay, so the communication will be a dual. So that is why the data archive is the bidirectional part. So this is the general ecosystem. After, from the cloud, I can have a visualization or a presentation and a recommendation in the LCD or a graph or as any other tool machines. Ecosystem components. So in general, what are the components means? Device manufacturers, that is sensors, actuators and smart applications. Using that only we can locate a device. Without a sensor we cannot sense anything. Without an actuators we cannot make use of an output. Yes, so the device manufacturers are more important. Next, network service providers. The network should support your cloud. So we need to design a network, we need to design a code by means of a network supporting. Then platform providers, fourth one is application providers. So application, peripheral interface and software development, or we need to have a software tool where the development kit is supporting our software. After supporting our code, we need to develop to the application oriented. So broad research direction, like from the hardware, how it is moved to till 2020. From beginning, we will have a IoT device called RFID. Yes, so the RFID means radio frequency identification. That is, we need a barcode to locate a device. Using that barcode, we can scan, we can collect the data, we can get the information from the particular object. We can have a data communication to the user. So like that only it is started. After that, a communication protocol have been launched. From the communication protocol, we need a smart sensors. From the smart sensors, we are going for an application layer. So it is moved from 2015 to 2020. Till now, we are having an advancement in application peripheral interface. History of IoT. So as I said before, RFID is a basic tool in the IoT where we have used barcode devices so that we have identified a component in that particular initial part itself by means of a barcode. Next. How the IoT works. So we need a capability to know the communication and the cooperation between the devices. We need to have addressability from the devices. We need to identify, we need to sense an object, we need to know the actuators of the object, then embedded information processing, localization and interface. So these are the basic things we need to know how the IoT works in between the hardware and software. How IoT works. So this is a general diagram from RFID to sensor. From sensor, it is moved to the smart technology. From smart technology, how it is located to a nanotechnology. So RFID is nothing but how to identify an object. You can identify an object by collecting some information. After collecting that information, now we are going to collect that information by means of a sensor. That sensor will play a major role. After sensing that, we are moving to the smart technology, or we are going to have an interface between the hardware. So that comes under your smart technology. After that, it moves to the nanotechnology. Like the minute device, we are inbuilt many things. For example, if you are moving to a microprocessor, microcontroller plays a wide variety. Yes, but we will have a low power consumption rate, but we are making use of more tools inside that particular chip. So that is why nanotechnology plays a wider role in today's world, where more things are involved in a particular chip and we are making our more innovations. Knowledge management. So it starts from data. Information, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. So if we are doing some IoT project, from idea, how we are going to solve a problem, how we are going to locate the issues in the problem, how we are going to solve it, what are the ideas we are going to innovate from the existing method. So in the final, you will be having a good vision about the full project. The future of IoT. So till now, we are locating a particular smart cities or a smart hospital or a smart parking system. So we need to have integrated everything in particular thing that is called as industry applications. We need to move on to the industry internet where we can locate all the things together. We can access all the things in together. So we need to work on that. So that is the main thing we are going to focus it on. And when 5B machines become connected, we can access this internet, industry internet. The potential of IoT from aviation, power, healthcare, rail, oil and gas, everything we have implemented in the current scenario. Unlock the machine potential is, what are the potentials of IoT means? Improved performance, create innovative services, reduced cost, new revenue system. Technology roadmap from RFID to the surveillance, locating people to the telecommunication, to the transporting system, we have located the service. Few applications, home automations, manufacturing, healthcare, media, environmental monitoring, infrastructure management, energy management, transportation and better quality of elderly people. Next. So this is an example of a holy animal. So we can have a sensor in the ears so that the live data of the cow can be recorded, like how it is moving, how it is running. Everything can be, what are the issues the cows face in each day, that can be recorded, and the sensor will give the information to the farmer. Next. The IoT application in the supermarket, like how the when you are going to enter the door, the scanners will identify the tags. Then when we are going to shop inside the market, the goods will introduce themselves. Then when moving the goods, the reader will assist the staff to get a new one. After purchasing every goods, after we are making a credit card purchase also, by using an embedded system in the card reader will check whether the data what all we are buying in the bill is equal to the amount paid. Okay? So these are the current scenario. Next. So this is how do I see the daily measurement, daily what all the people do. So we can make ourselves known better by means of an IoT, from where you are going, to whom you are interacting with, what you are messaging, what tone you are messaging, why you are distracted, what are your body temperature, everything you can measure yourself by means of an IoT machine. So the current example is thought controlled computing, that is we can have an EEG exit. So by means of this you can control your mind and you can know what are the things you are thinking widely, and then using the NeuroSky smart sensors, you can have a heart rate measurement and other body metrics measurement. So this is a current example of an IoT advancement. Since our focusing on IoT advancement, how we can make use of, the students should know the basic idea and the basic tool, what are the things we need to improve. Everything we have to get knowledge and then we need to improve it. So, thank you. So, in today's session, we have go through on the what is IoT and the advancement of IoT. I hope everything, this video will be useful for you. Thank you.